This will be normalizing cycle number 4. Let's hope it stays straight this time. That looks good. It's still straight. Put it back in the vise. Again, let it cool down in that straight position. I think we're good. Now ready for heat treat. Just gotta wait. Alright, so I finished the grinding on the knife, rough grinding anyway, and this is where we're at. I've also hit this with a wire brush and taken all the scale off of it from the normalizing that I was doing, and cleaned it with acetone to get any remaining oils off of it. So now it's time to clay the blade for the hardening to try to get our hamon. I've done a fair amount of research on this, and there's some arguments back and forth over what material really works the best for this. But one of the most popular answers I found was Satanite. It's a 5-pound bag. This is what I've been waiting on to come in the mail. So we're going to try this. However, what most people do tend to agree on is that to get the best, cleanest hamon with the most vibrant, I guess, change in that coloration is to do a water quench. I'm not going to do that. Doing a water quench is a very violent and rapid cooling of the steel, and the success rate for that, even for the people who know what they're doing, is about 50%. So I don't want to make another one of these because I spent a lot of time and energy in this so far. I'm going to use a 7-second quenching oil, which is engineered to be very close to water, and by that it will cool it at a rate very similar to water, almost as quickly, but not as harshly. So in the end, it will not get as hard as it would be if you quenched it in water. However, when you quench these steels in water, they get so hard that you have to temper them way back in order to be able to use them. So we don't need to go that far, and we're not going to. So, like I said, there's some, not really arguments, but just different information about how you do this. I watched Walter Sorrell's video on doing this. It's a DVD that I bought. I've also watched some other stuff on YouTube. Some people say that you need to put a really thin layer across the entire blade. Some of them say don't. I don't know. But we're going to try this, and to better our chances of success, we're not going to use water. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this stuff up. I don't know how much we're going to need. So let's throw about a half a cup. too much water. This is almost like a cement. In fact, it is a refractory cement that some people use in their forges, but they say it also works very good for this. It's a little gritty. It's got like some sand in it. But this will dry and harden on the blade, and once that happens, we can do a heat treat. So here we go. I am going to coat the entire blade real thin. Now on the back, do a thicker coat. Like I said, I've watched a few videos in trying to prepare for this, but that in no way means that I have really any idea what the hell I'm doing. I have successfully done a few edge quenches in the past which produced a bit of a hamon, but it was just a straight line followed by the way that I quenched it edgewise, and that's not all that interesting. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope it works out okay, and that we end up with something really cool. And I'm going to try to do some of what Walter was doing in his videos of putting some extra little dabs in here to make that kind of wavy pattern on the blade. This is all really experimental. Really don't know what I'm doing. But we gotta get some on the back, the spine. Looks like I've only used about half of what I've mixed up, which is good because we still got to do the other side of the blade. See if we can get the light to hit it just right. All right, there we go. So you got a nice thick coat along the top, a very thin coat along the bottom, and then these little just dabs of stuff that is supposed to make a cool effect in it. I guess we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the clay has dried, I think sufficiently enough. There we go. And forge is on. I've got my quenching oil right here. Normally I would not do this in glass, but my other tank has different oil in it than this, and I'm not going to empty that, so I'm going to use this glass jar because it was the best thing I could find. And I'm going to preheat this oil a little bit. Probably not good to breathe that. Go! Do a good job, do a good job. Stay straight. It looks straight. Temperature and all was good. The clay looked like it was doing what it's supposed to do. I can't wait to see how that came out.